Hey everybody, Mike Chipperini at Chipper's Island Adventures, and I have just arrived at the Tampa RV Super Show, where I'm going to go check out a few RVs and whatever else is going on in there. As you can see, I got a steel band in back of me, right here. And usually this show is pretty good because it has a lot of entertainment and things like that. So let's go ahead in and go check out some of the rigs.
Really? Yeah. It's all good, girl. Give me five. Oh, yeah. Booyah. Oh, boy.
Are you a Vine or what?
No, I'm divine.
Okay, so I'm in the actual park now. Well, this is actually a fairgrounds where they hold this. And it's pretty... My first time here, it was very overwhelming because there are so many rigs. So I'm going to start by walking up here a little bit, and then I'm going to go find some vans or something of that nature.
You put an Airstream one there to put their names on it. I think Jackson. Now you just gotta scan that QR code, give us your email, tell us.
So I'm here with Jason, and he is with the Truma company, right? And he is going to go over the Truma Combi because he has a cutout here. I've never seen a cutout of a Truma Combi, and we all wonder how these things work because they work very efficiently and they're excellent as far as I'm concerned. So he's going to go ahead and give us a lowdown. So let's go, Jason.
All right, so this cutout here, it's a great tool for showing consumers what this system really looks like. So what we've got in here, this internal here is our combustion chamber. So we've got two versions of the Combi right now, fuel type wise. We've got one that'll run on propane and one on diesel. Later this year, we're going to be launching one that runs on gas as well. So you can have single fuel in a diesel and gasoline system. Your combustion chamber is here. So your fuel comes in. We've got two igniters and a ignition check, just to make sure if this thing lights or not. If it doesn't light, there's a switch that'll shut off fuel just as a safety feature. Combustion in here. These are heating elements that radiate the heat as the air gets blown across through these elements and then out through these four channels. Okay. We also have electric heating elements in here as well that supplement the heat.
All right.
In addition, on the outside, this chamber here is where the water is stored and heated.
Now let me ask you something.
Yeah.
What you just said is these electric elements supplement the heat, but can't you run the heater in the hot water, the water heater, on electric only?
You can run it on electric only. Right. It's the way we recommend that working is you run it on propane to start, simply because the propane or diesel is going to be more efficient at heating it.
Right.
You get it up to temperature, and then you can switch it over to electric mode, and this will maintain the heat. Okay. You can start run it on all electric. It'll just take a little bit longer to get your water up to temperature.
And we have different settings like EL1, EL2.
Yep.
And EL1, correct me if I'm wrong, is 850 watts, and EL2 is 1700.
It's 1200, I think, is EL2. So, and the difference is
okay. So it isn't double.
It's you get one element for EL1.
Both elements are engaged.
Right.
In EL1 or EL2, you get 750 watt or 1500 watt.
1500 watt. Yes. Yeah, I did my math wrong. I said 750, right? 750 is 1500. So, and also the same thing when you use mix, correct?
Correct.
You get mix one and you're using 750 of the electrical,
right,
along with the propane. And if you go up, okay. Now here's a question. I got a question here. A lot of people wonder how to sanitize these if you ever get that odor that people complain about, like the, what is it, the sulfur odor?
Yeah.
I've never had it, so, but I do know people, and they talk about sanitizing the tanks in an RV. My understanding, a lot of people will sanitize their tanks with a bleach solution. Not good for this? or is it okay?
We would prefer that you didn't use bleach.
Okay.
The tank is stainless steel in this, so it isn't as likely
Right.
to have that galvanic action that you have in
All right.
other water heaters that create the sulfur odor.
Right.
So it's not something you should have to do very often, but we would recommend a citric acid solution, so white vinegar would be the
So
plan.
there you have it. It's not that the bleach is totally bad. It's they don't
Gotcha.
prefer it, and you're better off going with a citric acid based
Correct.
mix.
Right.
Okay.
Go ahead and put a playing card deck in there for
What else have we got here?
Yep, and then so this outer chamber here, stainless steel, this is where your water is, and if
In
you'll-
here?
Yep, on this outer chamber, and if
Okay.
you'll notice, this thing is offset down. It's not perfectly in the center of the cylinder.
Right.
And that is for the convective action of the water. As it heats, it flows around,
All right.
right? So it heats more on the bottom, that hot water rises, pushes the cold water down, so it heats it more efficiently.
All right.
You can put this on boost mode if you want to take a nice long shower, and it gives you about the equivalent of 6 gallons of hot
Okay,
water.
what is boost mode then?
So what it does is it pushes all the heat, it stops blowing out air,
Right.
and it puts all the heat, forces all the heat into the water. So you get hotter water for longer
All right.
when it's on boost mode.
Now, my understanding is you really shouldn't run the water heater and the heater at the same time. And if you're using the heater, you probably don't need to run the water heater.
Nope. So the way the system works is if you have water in the system and the heater is running, you're getting hot water.
Right, right.
Now, you can run the heater without water in it. It works just
Right.
fine.
That's right.
But it is not detrimental to have one or the other.
Right.
Um,
But if you are using the heater and you need some hot water, there's probably already hot water
There's
in there.
already hot water in there.
That's
Exactly.
right. That's right. And a lot of people get confused with that. They think that, okay, I'm using the heater, but I want to use some hot water, so let me turn the water heater on as well.
Mhm.
But you don't have to do that
You don't
once
have to
the
do
heater
that.
is going.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but
very
heats them-
efficient.
Heats them both at the same time.
A lot of people, you know, believe it or not, there is a bit of a learning curve on this for a lot of people. I find it fairly, you know, easy.
Intuitive.
Intuitive, thank you. But a lot of people are very confused by it. So,
And that's why we've got also a very strong customer support center.
Yeah.
Users can call us, ask questions. We've got an educated, well-trained team ready
Right.
to help and answer any questions that consumers might have about the system.
now what if you need a repair? What if you have an issue and they do need a repair? Where do you recommend that the person go?
Well, it depends on where they are. Regionally, we have mobile service Truma technicians.
Really?
Who can, in certain regions, go out and visit you and do the
So
repair
let's
on
take
site.
where I'm from, Massachusetts.
So our closest Truma service center to you would be in Indiana, so that wouldn't be very convenient.
Yeah.
But
Right.
we do have a network of a couple thousand dealers throughout North America.
I have
that
to
can
say,
take
I'm
care of
always at a disadvantage up in New England.
Yes.
With RV related stuff,
Yes.
always.
You
So,
don't. There is not a ton of coverage in that
Right.
area, but we do have some dealers up there that partner with us.
okay, yeah.
And,
'Cause-
and certified Truma dealers. We don't let just anybody work on these systems.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I know that. I know. So, anything else to add?
No, highly efficient system. Everyone that I've talked to who has one of these loves it. They
Okay,
absolutely
yeah,
love
I
it.
like
and
it.
It's a difference maker
Right.
in how they recreate.
Right. And so there you have it from Truma associate Jason, who also got chimed in with
Chantal, hi.
Chantal. Okay, so there you have it. I hope that answers some of the questions regarding Truma. Very simple system. Once you get it down, it's very easy. I think people get a little overwhelmed by the control. So, and there we have it from Truma. All the best.